Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So it's finally official. GDP number comes out. And yes, the U.S. is in a technical recession. But just a day ago, our friendly chairman said that we're not in a recession. So what does that mean exactly? Are we in recession or not in recession? But regardless, Bitcoin pumps up above 23,000 and it looks like it wants to continue the uptrend. So let's talk about these things and other things that's going around the world today. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified of all my streams. Follow me on social media. Make sure you check out CryptosRUs.com and the new Clips channel and my other channels too. All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got 2 minutes. 2 minutes before opening bell. And it looks like the markets wants to turn green, right? At this point, we had so much hype and anticipation building up to today. And I think most knew what the current administration, what Biden, what Yellen, what Powell said was not going to be true, which is we're not in recession. We are. GDP number confirms that we have been in recession, right? Q2 number went down. GDP went down 0.9%, and this is following a 1.6 decline in the first quarter. So that's 2 quarters of straight downs, okay? So that means the economy is slowing, right? So that's a technical recession. So the U.S. is in recession. But here's the good news. And this is what Powell is trying to say, even though he said we're not in a recession. He could have just said, yes, I believe we're in a recession, but it's not as bad as you think. He didn't say that yesterday. This recession is caused on purpose, okay? Had the Federal Reserve and FOMC not raised rates to what, 2.25, 2.5% now, GDP probably would keep going. I mean, this is caused on purpose to slow down the economy, to bring inflation down. This is the only thing they know how to do. They can't improve supply chain. So what they could do is curb demand, right? There's only 2 things you could do in terms of solving inflation. You bring down demand or you increase supply. Obviously, the Fed has no control over supply. They can't force countries to produce more or fix their shipping issues. That's not that's not within the realm of what they could do. But what they can do is decrease demand, which is what they have done, right? Including yesterday's 75 basis point rate hike. So, are we in a recession? Yes. Does anyone really care? The answer is no. That's what it's looking like. Does anyone really care that the U.S. is in a recession? Well, certainly not markets, right? If markets really cared, we would be at negative 1,000 for Dow and negative 500 for NASDAQ. That's not looking like what's happening. And it's looking like it wants to flip into green. So by the end of today, we could actually have a pretty good rally day. And the U.S. markets have been rallying for the past few weeks leading up to today. And look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is back up to 23,000. After I streamed yesterday, we went right back up to 23,000. Right now it's at 23,200. So Bitcoin continues its uptrend, and that's what we want to see. We could be right back up to 24,000 before the end of the day. Next stop, 29,000, right? So we're moving in the right direction. So yeah, even though GDP number is not good at all, right? And U.S. is in a technical recession. At this point, it seems like it's business as usual. We know there's rate hikes coming, right? And it's just something that people are getting used to, right? So people are already taking kind of taking guesses of what's coming after our current rate hike. Can it get even worse? Are there going to be more rate hikes? Yeah, people are already speculating how many more there will be. I actually had something in here. Yeah, here we go. I don't know who this person is, Alf, but I think he's accurate. A lot of people are predicting that, we have a 2-month break. In September, we'll have a 50 basis points, so it's a little bit less aggressive, a little more dovish. November, December, 25 basis points. That will end the year a little bit over, right around 3%. It could be, we're at 2.25, so that's one. Yeah, so a little bit over 3, I'm sorry, like 3.25 around there. But then most anticipate that in 2023, because the economy would have slowed so much, that Powell actually have to cut rates in 2023, right, to bring it back up again. So that is what most people are thinking will happen. And then, of course, yesterday after the rate hike, the dollar did fall. So a lot of people are looking at a DXY. DXY has been falling from its peak of 109, 110 down to 106. That's anticipated, right? I saw the euro parity is not parity anymore. It's a little bit above 102, 103, right? So it does seem like the dollar is coming down a little bit, and a lot of people are looking at this as well. If the DXY starts dropping significantly, like it has done before, then a ton of money is going to flow into equities and crypto and Bitcoin. Previous times when DXY has come down, Bitcoin shot up to the moon, right? So that's also something. To look forward to, right? So, yeah, that's a good summary of what has happened this morning. What else happened this morning? Well, you have some earnings, right? Today is a big day. Amazon expected to report. Supposedly it's going to be horrible. We'll see if that's true. Comcast reported already, saying this is the first time in their history they failed to add broadband subscribers. Wow. First time ever in its history. Their Peacock paid streaming service didn't add any customers at all. So they didn't do very well. And in terms of people cutting the cord, cutting their cable service, right, it's still happening. Yesterday, I saw something very interesting. I saw this guy being interviewed on TikTok. And this guy, I forgot his name. A lot of you guys know him. But he's like a big real estate guy. This young guy, looks really good. And he sells all these like multi-million-dollar houses, but he's really in tune with social media and stuff. And he was asked about what's the next trend. And he's like, it's TikTok, man. It's TikTok. Don't let these earnings like fool you. Like Netflix and others blaming that it's the economic slowness, which is why they're not adding subscribers like right here. Right? It's not. It's because everyone's on freaking TikTok and they're just getting their dopamine, swiping one after another. And I was reading through the comments of that video and everyone concurs, like, yes, that's true. I don't even turn on TV before bed anymore, or I have a show, but I'm not even watching it because I'm on just TikTok, right? And I look at my life and I'm like, is that true? And there has been many instances I was thinking, oh, should I turn on TV or just go on TikTok? And usually I go on TikTok. So I think a lot of it is just due to how freaking addictive TikTok is. Just to throw that out there. No, Ryan was interviewing the other guy. I don't know what the other guy's name is. He's like a real estate guy. Like I think he's in the West Coast. He's an agent that deals with all these huge mansions and stuff. Anyways, I just thought I'd throw that out there because yeah, YouTube revenue is down. Snapchat revenue down, Comcast. I mean, all these guys, their revenue down. Yes, it's some economic slowness, but I like to see TikTok's numbers. I bet they're like through the roof. I bet they're not seeing any slowness right now. So if you are thinking about starting your own channel or becoming an influencer, master TikTok right now. That is the game. All right. What else is there? Well, getting back on track, over 200 million shorts liquidated, short squeeze, right? That's what we want to see. And there's more coming. At this point in time, there's still a lot of bears, a lot of people that think, we're going to fall right back down and this and that. Well, you know what? They're getting liquidated, okay? So that's what I like to see. We need to remove the shorts. We need to remove the leverage. And it's going to help. It's going to help everyone. It's going to help everyone in the long run, right? What else is there? Other good news? Yeah, there's always good news. This is from Stock Money Lizard that actually, argues that 69,000 top was actually a fake out. That we actually started coming down since 64,000. And a lot of people are starting to look at it that way. But he's also declaring that we're at the end, that we are flipping up, that 17,000 was the bottom. And what he's looking at is really just the RSI, right? And RSI is dirt low. And if you look at a weekly RSI, it is coming up. It is coming up. So one could argue, yeah, we have truly found that bottom and we are in recovery mode. We won't know until enough time has passed, like always. But if you're looking at, oversold levels, we're definitely still very oversold on the weekly scale and the monthly scale as well, right? But it's interesting that a fake out could actually be, I guess it could happen, right? A fake out is actually higher than the previous high. That's kind of interesting. A lot of people did not anticipate that 69,000 top, but it came anyways, right? The market is just unexpected. You just don't know. You just don't know. This is why you don't want to bet against Bitcoin. All right. What else is there? Exchange inflows reach a 1 month low. Right now, no one is selling Bitcoin. No one is sending Bitcoin to the exchanges to be sold. That would be just silly at this point. We're definitely much closer to the bottom than we are to top, right? Let's just put it that way. Australia lists the very first unlisted crypto fund, safeguarded by Gemini. As far as I understand, this is like an ETF, but it's an ETF that's not listed publicly. That's why it's unlisted. But citizens and institutional investors and whales, they could all put their money into the fund if they wanted to. Australia seems to be, ahead of the curve in terms of having crypto funds. In the U.S., we still don't have any, right? Still waiting for the very first ETF to be approved. Gensler does not want that to happen, right? Gensler wants all the control in the world right now, at least in the U.S., not in the world. He wants all the control in the U.S. He wants to regulate Coinbase. He wants to regulate all of crypto because they're all securities, and he doesn't want to allow freedom to happen in terms of allowing people to buy into a Bitcoin ETF, right? He's controlling that, denying every application. Grayscale goes sue him for that, right? And he's still suing Ripple. I mean, he's just targeting. He wants to dominate the industry is what he's looking for. But they lose again. The SEC loses again in terms of barring XRP holders from participating, which is interesting because there are some loyal XRP bag holders that want to help the case, right? So SEC originally said, no, that's ridiculous. You guys can't help. But the judge said, yeah, whatever. If they want to help, they can in a very minimal way, right? Like they can't argue and testify. They can't subpoena or summon people, but they can support. They can give supporting documents and so forth if they needed to, right? So that's pretty good. But again, SEC, this case against XRP or not against XRP, a case against Ripple is looking weaker and weaker by the minute. So that's good. That's very good. I totally forgot the bell. I'm sorry, guys. Totally forgot the bell. I got in the groove this morning. I forgot it. What else is there? Let's see. Nancy Pelosi's husband lost money with NVIDIA. Could you believe it? Her husband sold 25,000 of her shares in NVIDIA after making a bad options call and lost about $340,000. I think this is a ploy. Nancy Pelosi and her husband obviously are not oblivious to what's going on. Everyone is calling them out on it, right? Her trades, her husband's trades, just has been spot on. Year over year, 100% returns, right? And everyone knew that her husband, I keep saying she, technically it's her husband, bought NVIDIA right before the infrastructure bill. The chip bill, not the infrastructure bill, the semiconductor bill, right? So I think they did this on purpose to show, okay, we're not getting any inside information and we don't always make money with our trades. It's just, I think it's very suspicious that this was done. Yeah, I think it was done on purpose, just to throw people off, saying, "Oh, look, we're not geniuses. We don't have any insider information." That's my theory. All right, what else is there? Mercedes is launching a blockchain data sharing platform. Okay, I don't know who they're using. There are some that were going to use IOTA. I think Jaguar was going to use IOTA. I have not heard anything about that. I don't know if this is a public one. Yeah, it doesn't really say. It does mention about Polygon and Ethereum, but I don't know if they're actually going to do it. Yeah, I don't know which platform. Maybe this is their own, but why not? Why not? Let's see. Ethereum devs confirmed the date for the merge was September 19th. That has not changed since a month ago, so we got that to look forward to. The testnet itself will be merging next month, but the official merge will be happening in September. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today. Let's see the markets. Well, it's still kind of sideways. Still has not gone up, right? We'll see by the end of the day whether or not people just think, well, okay, U.S. is in a technical recession, but it's a big nothing burger, or they're going to get more concerned about rate hikes and economic slowness, right? But yesterday's press conference was as good as it could have been, if you think about it. Powell was very dovish, didn't go above 75 basis point, said let's wait and see to what happens in September, right? And I mean, it was good, other than the fact that he's like, no, we're not in recession. And he still thinks that labor force is strong, unemployment is still low. Those are important things, and they are. All right, let's do some Q&A. Overall market cap gone up a little bit more, 8%. 8% in one day, 1.06 trillion. That's fantastic. All right, guys. Matic is the same as Harmony, Lily argues. No, not nowhere close to being the same. All right, let me scroll up, making sure. Oh, people are saying Bell. I'm sorry. All right, let's see here. Did I miss anything? Yeah, people agree that Pelosi is doing it on purpose. Definitely think so. 200 weekly moving average is an important support. It has always been. It has always been like that. The market, you don't understand the market. The market will continue going up because they keep printing money. Unfortunately, I think you're a little behind the curve because that printing has stopped. So, yeah, why don't you just close your mouth? Am I drunk? No, I just had a late night. Can we sustain this rally? Yes, I definitely think so. It might take longer, but yes. I promise to buy ETH at 900 again. Okay, keep waiting, my friend. Keep waiting. And I bet if it does tomorrow, you probably won't be buying. That's what most people think or say. They're like, oh, yeah. If it ever goes down to this point, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to buy in, right? And then it actually gets to that point. They're like, yeah, I think it's going to go lower, so I'm going to go wait. You just don't know. But if you have a good opportunity to buy at a low price, don't skip out on it. DCA. Don't guess. Don't try to go all in. Sprout your buys. Tim, when are you going to come on Coffee and Crypto again? Send me an invite, man. Send me an invite. I'll come on. Do you think markets are positive today due to Atlanta Fed predicted negative 1.4? But no, I don't think that actually has anything to do with it. I mean, the Dow Jones also predicted the GDP to be in plus, like plus 3% or something like that. So no, it's. I think markets have accepted this recession already happened. It'll continue, right? But a lot of people think that Powell's going to turn the course, right? That he may actually decrease rates once again. People are thinking that'll happen in 2023. But that might even happen sooner if the economy turned really, really bad. Let's say by November and December, the economy is really bad. Like unemployment actually starts going up, right? He might cut 25 basis points or 50 basis points in December. Who knows? It's not out of the realm of possibility. So I think that's why a lot of people are starting to get used to the fact that even though we have raised rates so much, the economy is still strong. And if it gets weak, that hey, Powell will help us reverse course. I think that's how people are looking at it. That you can't be worried so much, and you got to take advantage of opportunities, right? Tech has been absolutely destroyed, and same thing with crypto. And people are like, we had enough. We're just go buy the bargains. That's it. Jose, no problem. Thank you for sticking with me during this scary time. Do I watch UFC? No, I don't. What is driving this market to the upside with all the negative news? Because people don't want to miss out. FOMO. That's really what it comes down to. People don't want to miss out. People know there's so much money on the sidelines. You look at some of the big tech companies, regular companies, they're down 30, 40, 50, 60, 80% from their highs, right? Same thing with crypto. Down 50, 60, 70, 80% from highs. Like, what are you waiting for? To drop down to 99% before you buy in, right? People are buying in because they feel like, okay, it's low enough. And we're going to start buying. We don't want to miss out on the flip to the upside, which is already happening. So, yeah. Don't miss out on Tesla. I don't know, man. Ming, Tesla, not feeling so good about them. I'm just kidding. Although, I got to give props to Ford. Ford actually reported better than expected earnings yesterday, which I did not think would happen. So that's why they're actually doing pretty good today. Ford actually beat top line and bottom line, and they're producing, they said they have enough batteries secured to make 600,000 vehicles by the end of 2023 and 2 million by 2023 or 2024. And then 2 million by 2026, which is even more than the 1 million that GM thinks they can do by 2025. So Ford to me seems like they're doing really good. So Tesla, better watch out. And of course, there's Rivian and Lucid and others. But I do think Tesla's infrastructure, their supercharging stations, basically make them unbeatable at this point. No one else has that. Joel Lamas, you saved me from getting destroyed by Celsius, but a few alts on there. I'm trying to rebuild my cost basis. I get zero back. Where would I start? Matic, Sol, or ADA? Me personally, I like Matic out of the three the most, and then I think Solana and Cardano are tied, but they're all three good projects. Just spread out between the three. Don't have to worry. Model 3 most made in America car. Are you talking about the parts? I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. Sam says, can I send you 10 Cardanos, 10 ADA? Oh, wait, don't send it to me. I'm still trying to work and get a Cardano pool going. So once I get it, then you just stake in it. Never never underestimate Ford's ability to screw things up. Come on now. I think their new CEO has done pretty well. The old one, I forgot his name, Farley, I think. The old CEO really screwed up Ford. I mean, you could tell some of the cars just, the new Explorer is screwed up. No one has this new Explorer. Only the police force do. And then the new Escape, total screw up. The Bronco Sport, total screw up, right? So what they realize is okay, we need to just sell more expensive and higher end stuff like the Bronco, and then the F-150, obviously, and then come out with Raptor editions, and then come out with Raptor R edition, right? And then just keep piling up. And then, of course, the Mach-E, right? Come out the GT, come up with more premium stuff that people would like to pay for, but make them really good, too. That's Ford's strategy. And the Lightning, right? Stuff like that. But, some of their normal cars, they screwed up so bad. I bet none of you guys see the new Escape on the road. The Escape, the previous model, was one of the best-selling cars in America. Now the new Escape is basically zero because they screwed up so badly. And same thing Explorer. Explorer was the best-selling SUV for like 30 years. And then it went from that to zero. So that's how bad the previous the CEO was. He just kind of screwed up Ford. But now I'm glad to see that they're in the right path. The Maverick is a really nice truck. I reviewed that. I was really turned off by it, but the Maverick is actually a fantastic small compact truck. If you guys are looking for something smaller, look at Maverick is actually really good. Let's see. Do you ever use a lot of leverage? I have in the past, and I got burned every time I used a lot of leverage, a lot of dollars, right? It's too hard to outsmart the market. You could be right 9 out of 10 times. You're wrong that one time. It wipes everything out. So, yeah. Periodically, I may dab in like a little bit here or there when I try to outsmart the market and day trade. But outside of that, I just buy and hold, really. That's what I've learned over the years. Had I not done any trading and just held, I would be up way more. I mean, that honestly, that's the truth. Lordstown Motors, a new EV, truly a 4x4 hub wheel motor technology. Never heard of that. I don't know. Oh, Foxconn bought them? Yeah, I don't. Okay, I guess you guys know about that. I don't know anything about that car manufacturer. Um, how high or half baked? No, I'm still under the weather. That's all. All right, I'm not high. I'm not drunk. Just under the weather, and enjoying the gains we're presented with. And yeah, that's it. All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. Overall, GDP number, not the best. Confirms that we are technically in recession. But does that really matter? Right? Well, looks like Wall Street is starting to say, yeah, it does matter. But we were even. We kind of knew this already. I've been saying this for weeks. There's no way that we didn't fall in Q2, right? We did. Even though Powell yesterday tried to downplay it, the current administration tried to downplay it, we are in recession. But the thing is, we're in a recession that the Fed has caused on purpose, okay? So keep that in mind. They did this on purpose to fight inflation, and we'll see if it works. We'll get more data that's going to be coming out, right, measuring inflation. In fact, tomorrow, I believe, we're going to get some data. Let's see here. Tomorrow, the 29th, yeah, we're going to get the PCE. This is what Powell was saying, that what the Fed looks at, the PCE, not so much the CPI, the PCE. So we're going to get that tomorrow, right? And the PCE shows that we're going down. Well, that's great. Over the next few months, a lot of people will be looking at whether or not these rate hikes are working. And inflation actually starts coming down, then that means it's working, and we'll probably start growing and coming back, right? I mean, in terms of the markets. But if it shows that we're not slowing down, in fact, inflation continues to rise up, well, then we're going to be in trouble, right? Then Powell has to be more aggressive. But we're not there yet. So we'll see. We'll see. But the good news is Bitcoin is still coming up, still trending up from its bottom of 17,000, right? And it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow and this weekend. Can we push back to 24,000 and get back to 29,000, right? I'm waiting for that. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later today at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.